This country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. You hear me? Minority white European. And you guys are going to have to start working more with Hispanics.
Joe
Who
shows
make
his
up
true
a
colors.
larger portion of the population than y'all do.
So, you mean to tell me, y'all, that Biden filled the White House up with African Americans, and he's filling the communities up with Hispanics and, Mexicans that's coming over the border illegally, okay? And he's saying that African Americans is the problem. And this is why that he's letting everybody come over here. Because he wants to fill up America, with just whites and, other races. Not us, y'all. Message. This was his plan in the first place. A lot of people were saying that Biden was prejudiced. They said this before he was elected, y'all. They were saying this. But people felt like, it couldn't get any worse because, a lot of people was starving, y'all, when Trump was in office. A lot of people was in lines begging for food, okay, y'all? And Trump ignored all of that. Now, on the other hand, they put Biden in there, and he didn't flip the script. He made it look as if, he was, breaking history. He was taking, a black woman, y'all, and putting her as the vice president because nobody has ever done it before. So you use that to get votes. And now this is what you're running around saying now. It's a whole different ball game. Y'all make this make sense. Now, I'm not saying that African Americans ain't a big problem that's going on in the, United States. But I'm going to tell you something, too. Just because you call yourself bringing Hispanics and all of them over here, I don't know if people have ever lived around Hispanics that's in street associations. Okay, now I've lived around both Hispanics and stuff that's, contributes to the society. They are working people and this and that like everybody else, okay? And they really contributes, okay? They got very good talents in everything that they do, okay? Hard workers. But you also have those who come over here that's in street associations, y'all. And it's far worse than African Americans. I'm going to tell you that, okay? I used to live in a neighborhood, and it's no holds bar. Their crimes is way worse than the blacks. Even most of the blacks, their crimes are against each other. But Hispanics, when they join street associations, it's far worse than any street association that I have ever known, y'all. Okay? And it's some MS or something like that, street association, that is ruthless out here, y'all. So Biden feels like if he, bring a lot of people over here, it'll flush us out, y'all. Biden gotta go, y'all. I don't see him getting another term, and word on the street is, y'all, the reason why he's letting out, a lot of people come over here and giving them citizenship and this and that is for votes. If we did stand up against him and didn't vote for him again, he's trying to make us less and them more so that he can win the next election, y'all. If this ain't a dirty game, I don't know what is. I gotta play this clip one more time so y'all can really hear what he's saying. Okay, y'all? Because this is something else. Wow.
This country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. You hear me? Minority white European. And you guys are going to have to start working more with Hispanics.
Joe shows his
make up
true
a
colors.
larger portion of the population than y'all do.
When I saw him fall, y'all, the first thing that came to my mind was a Bible verse. I forgot what it was. That, he would put your enemies at your footstool, at your feet or something like that. This is what I thought about when I saw him falling, y'all, at this U.S. Air Force Academy of graduation. And he fell and got up and his cap was all turned to the side and he was looking all Nupit's Day. This is what we y'all get the message, okay? Now, I'm not saying that African Americans is not a big problem right now, because the crime rate in African American neighborhoods and communities is off the chain, y'all. And we don't have a lot of help when it comes to people of color that get in positions, okay, y'all? They're more about their own self. They're not about making a change for the better. They're about their own selves. When people that we support get up there and start making that big money, they turn on us as well, okay? And they put more weapons into the neighborhoods and stuff. They think they're doing something big, but they're not. They're making things worse. Instead of putting more weapons into the neighborhoods, put more buildings in the neighborhood where kids can go to without being in the streets, being in a line of crossfire, okay? Put some jobs out there so that, open up some businesses in the neighborhood and give people jobs that normally can't get a job. Because there's a lot of people out here that would like to work, y'all. But when they were younger, they messed up, their background check is, messed up, because when they were younger, they made a lot of bad decisions. And then they get older and they want to be responsible. And then when they go into a lot of these places, they won't hire them because of the fact that stuff they did way when they were younger. But never mind when other races do stuff when they're younger, then, it's a double standard. It's okay when, I'm going to just say it like it is. Whites and other races do stuff. Oh, they need to be forgiven. But when other races, when people of color do stuff, even if they did it as a teenager, it still follows them. I mean, it follows them up into their 30s, 40s, 50s, y'all. Okay? Make it make sense as to why this man really, my personal opinion, okay? So I'm going to say allegedly, hate black people, because he does, okay? And I'm going to just be completely honest with y'all. The stuff that I see in the news, I barely would watch the news anymore. Sometimes I just throw it on to see what the weather is or something like that, because I don't like the way we're being portrayed in the news. I don't know if y'all paying attention lately, but if you watch the news, every time they show like Hispanics and stuff like that, they are trying to turn us against each other too. That's another thing. They're trying to foot us against each other so that they can, get rid of us, basically, y'all. Okay. But watch the news, y'all. And I want y'all to pay attention to something, because I saw this the other day and I was like, really? Everything that they showed on the news about the Hispanics, it was something uplifting and this and that and that and this. And then everything they show about, African Americans, it was, they were just committing crime after crime after crime. It was all negative, negative, negative. And this is what they're pushing out right now. And we got so many that got a lot of screws missing out here. They're still running around taking each other out. And they're not paying attention to what's going on around them. They're not paying attention that, we're being flushed out of our own neighborhoods. Okay? People ain't running to these, meetings and stuff in their communities trying to talk with, higher ups about, being flushed out of their neighborhoods for nothing. And this is what I was talking about the other day when I said that, I have nothing against Hispanics and Mexicans and none of that. Okay, y'all? But do things the right way like everybody else. If everybody else has to get paperwork and go through a process to come over here, then you all should too. Okay? Do some background checks on these people. Do not just, do background checks on them like you would anybody else. that moves into a neighborhood where kids are, where schools are. They're not doing no background checks on nobody. They know nothing about people. And you could be bringing over so many people that's probably done so many crimes over in their own country and running over here, and Biden don't even know. And I want y'all to pay attention to this new mayor in Chicago, y'all. This new mayor in Chicago, he just flipped the script so fast after he got elected that it was so quick, y'all. I couldn't even believe my eyes. He went from, we got to take care of our own first, and then he's flipped the script so fast. Now we're not going to be a country that turn people away. We're not this. It ain't about turning people away. It's about doing things the right way, y'all. It's so many people out here, y'all, that need help. We have veterans out here that need help, and that they went and fought for their country, and they're being pushed aside. Not only African Americans being pushed aside, veterans and stuff that went and fought for the country. A lot of people is being pushed to the side now. Okay, they just approved $50-something million, y'all. And the $57 million that they just approved to help, people that's coming over here illegally, they said it only will last a month. By the end of the month, the $52 million will be ran out. Okay? So it's a money grab thing. And at the same time, they're giving people paperwork so that they can, basically, y'all, I'm going to just break it down to you the best way I know how. You get a citizenship if you vote me back in office. That's what I see. Okay, y'all? Y'all let me know what you see. And our people is so stupid today that they're not paying attention to this. They're still running around taking each other out. You don't got to take each other out. The president is doing it for you. Okay? He's pushing you out. And you don't even see it coming. And that's the sad part about it. There's so many people zooted out their mind on the street pharmacy stuff. There's so many people that's spellbound right now because they're listening to all of this rap music so they can take each other out and, simp out their women's. Big simping, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about with a P. This is what they're doing to their women. Okay? Dropping babies and going on about their business. And they're not paying attention to what's really going on right now in their faces. And the crazy and sad part about this is all the people that's in the White House right now is a lot of people of color, especially women. And we thought that things were going to get better because, he just filled the White House up with a bunch of, African-American women. Is this what he used to help take out their own race, push their own races out of their neighborhoods? This is a sad country, y'all. I would prefer, to be honest with y'all, I would prefer Trump over this, to be honest. I know he was doing a lot of prejudice stuff was going on. When we had Trump, we had the whites against us. Now we got Biden, and he is trying to put the Hispanics against us right now and trying to make this beef, start up. This is sad. This is so sad on so many levels. It's not enough that African Americans is taking themselves out at alarming, rates right now because they're not all of them, but the majority of them that's in the hood, this is what they're doing. Every single day they get up, get dressed, go out, sell street pharmacy stuff, take somebody out that get in their way, or get zooted out their own, man, and go take people money, whatever. Look how they're taking over all over downtown areas and stuff like that. I'm not saying that African Americans ain't a problem, because a lot of them are, but a lot of them aren't either, okay? So you don't just push out a whole race of people just because we got some bad apples. You take care of them bad apples. You don't just, flood United States with a whole bunch of people that's not from here just because you mad at, some bad apples. We got some bad apples. Everybody's race has some bad apples. Do something about it. You sitting up here just flooding out the United States with everybody instead of just getting down to the problem. If y'all stop letting all of these criminals back out on the street, it wouldn't be so bad. They know. Okay, if it wasn't so much corruption going on out here, and the people that was actually doing these crimes was going to jail and doing some serious time and stop playing with them, the crime would go down some. Because you know what? Other people would be looking at, oh, you remember, oh, so-and-so, he did this and he did that. Oh, he got life. He got 30, 40 years without probation, parole, but nothing, okay? Even the president can't get him out. You know what I'm saying, y'all? He can't even, get him out, give him a free get out of jail card. So I'm not going to do this crime because this is not what I want to do. This is why straight dropping all of these other people that then went to prison and jail for crime after crime and then went to jail for stuff they haven't even been charged for. They in there sitting down for one crime when they got a whole list of other crimes that they have done. And every time they go, they get a smack on the, wrist. Go on back out there and take out some more of your people. This is what's going on. If y'all politicians is not going to get down to the nitty gritty of what's really going on, and when you lock up somebody, leave them in there if they deserve to be in there and stop babying them and letting them back out, then it wouldn't be so bad. But you all keep letting them come back out. And then they keep committing crimes. And then now you want to flood the United States out with, more other races so that you can flood the blacks out. No, just do your job and just take care of your own country. And then you don't have to worry about other people coming over here and, doing all kind of other stuff. Because I'm telling you, right now, United States don't even look like United States anymore. Everybody that's coming over here, they're taking over their own little sections and they're doing what they want. There's certain places in the United States you can go to right now. You don't even think you're in the United States anymore. You think you're in somebody else's country. And this is how they're taking over right now. And this don't make no sense, y'all. I'm just saying. I understand that you want to stick to your cultures and this and that and that and this. But we're not trying to come over to Mexico and all these other places and, take over y'all stuff and make it look as if it's the United States over there. If you want, you're so deep into, y'all countries and this and that and that and this, why not stay where you're from and just make it better? It amazes me, y'all, how people can come over here to this country and then they start demanding things. We demand. They were all downtown demanding. We demand our citizenship. Well, why couldn't you demand your rights in your own country? I don't understand it. I do not understand that. How do you get bold when you come somewhere else? But then when you're somewhere else, you're running. I don't get it, y'all. I do not get it. And if you are over here, work with other people. Don't come over here and feel like you all are better than everybody else and this and that and that and this. A couple of years ago, this was when my father was sick, and this was like 2007 or something like that, and we were taking him back and forth to the hospitals and this and that. It didn't matter that we had appointments and this and that and that and this. Everybody that was running the place was Hispanic. And when Hispanic people came in, they waited on them over the people that was sitting there for hours and hours and hours. And you're talking about people that had cancer and stuff like that. If you're going to come here, let it be fair. Okay? Don't put your people before us. If you got an appointment, we got an appointment, whoever appointment is first, this is who you serve. Service first. This don't make no sense, y'all. This doesn't make any sense, the stuff that's going on, and it's getting worse, y'all. And if y'all don't wake up, y'all gonna wake up to a nightmare, and y'all is the only, and a lot of people is behind this nightmare. Somebody sent me a video yesterday or last night, and it was this African-American guy. He was working at a restaurant or something like that. And I'm going to put the video up. But he was working, I can't put it up because it's, a hitting took place. But some street associates, it looks as if it was just some just troublemakers. This guy is at work. He's waiting, talking to this white guy. The black guy talked to the white guy at work, standing there, doing his job. He has a job, y'all. Okay? And then all of a sudden, the camera footage shows, one guy come up to him with a machine weapon, y'all, and lit him up while he's at work. And then another guy came behind him and shot too. Okay? They took him out at work, y'all. His own people. And they made sure they didn't hit the white guy. This is the stuff that pees me off to the point that makes me want to, I be feeling the same way sometimes. And I be like, our people is a lost cause. They are. And they can make you even hate your own race. But you can't hate everybody because everybody is not doing this. And Biden, to be a person in the position that he's in right now, it doesn't make sense to me that he can just put us all in the box together when we know we have bad apples. We want them bad apples out the way just like he do. But don't make all of us feel as if, we're not important. That's the problem right now. Biden is acting like we doesn't matter. And at the same time he's saying the things that he's saying and doing the things that he's doing, he got a black woman that's sitting next to him that ain't even opening her mouth to say anything. And this is who he put in the office with him. What is she there for if she's not to represent us? Because since she been there, I haven't heard a peep out of her about anything. And this is a sad thing, y'all. Stop taking each other out and start supporting each other. Because if you don't, we are a lost cause, y'all. For real, for real. And you're going to be looking crazy out here when you go into different places and, you're left, in a corner somewhere while they wait on everybody else. And if they get to you, they get to you. If they don't, they don't. And you sit there all day long in the office. This is a sad thing, y'all. It really is. And y'all ain't even paying attention to it. Pay attention to everywhere you go. Who's working in these places, y'all? Who's working in there? And I want y'all to think about something. When you're running around here robbing people because you're too lazy to go get a job and make your money on your own, you think you coming up because you're taking out your own people? I want you to think about this. When everywhere you go, it's going to be just Hispanics and whites working there. And no blacks working there at all, unless they feel sorry and have one token in there. Okay, y'all? That also don't mind putting their foot on your neck. Pat your own self on the back for that, okay, y'all? Please. Because you know what? They looking at Hispanics like they're hard workers. They don't mind working. And they don't. They don't mind. Some of them work 2, 3, 4 jobs. They don't mind working. And they don't mind taking a pay cut either. Okay? They don't. And this is why they are coming over here. Because there's so many places right now. And I don't know if this is going on in y'all city and state. But my city and state, everywhere I go, now hiring, now hiring, now hiring, now hiring. All these places is hiring. But instead of, African American, these young guys that's out on the street, instead of them go and get a job, they want to rob people. And people getting tired of it. And they're looking at all blacks, bad instead of just looking at the bad ones. They looking at, I can't stand them. Okay. This is how they looking at it. They're not looking at the fact that we can't stand it either. They're not seeing that part. And they're pushing us out of jobs, out of everything. And y'all is just making things worse for your own people. Because y'all, you can go out, rob somebody, go back in, go buy you a couple of bags of trees and laugh about it. It ain't cool, y'all. It's not. And you're making stuff so much worse. You really are. You needed to get it together. You really do. And you're going to get your karma. You're definitely going to get it. This is why a lot of you, when you get hit up on out here on the streets, they don't even try to save y'all. Because you know why? They look at it as, can we use any of those body parts? That's how they look at it. What's on them that's some good that we can keep? Just let them go on and pass away. This is how they look at y'all. They don't even care to save you. Because letting you go, a lot of y'all that's out here hitting up each other, is saving other lives. Whether it be body parts or whether it be saving you and you get well and then go out and hit up somebody else. This is how people's looking at you, like you're animals. And this is how a lot of you are acting. Anyway, y'all, please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.